So it's been about a week now since the CyberTruck was officially announced from Tesla. Now this is the version that everyone's going to get, and it will be starting to be delivered by the time of next year, and with one model being only available in 2025. But this video, we're just going to go through the main specs you need to know about these vehicles, because there are three versions of the CyberTruck. And I'll just get some of my thoughts about this car, because there's a lot of things to look at this car, but a lot of things that are downsides, especially for some customers in different countries. Now looking at the very first option, which is going to be the cheapest option, and this option is only coming out in 2025, so it's a bit of a longer wait if you want to get the cheaper version of the Cybertruck. Now the cheaper version of the Cybertruck will be priced at $61,000. Now don't worry, this does include a decent amount of spec, and the range is alright, but it's not the best range compared to the other models. So the range, for example, is 250 miles with the rear-wheel drive. It does have the capability of doing 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 6.5 seconds. Now that's the base model, only available in 2025, so it's a bit of a longer wait if you're wanting to go for a cheap Cybertruck. But if we're going to the second option, which is probably going to be the most popular option from Tesla, is the all-wheel drive version. Now this is going to cost you around about $80,000, which is very pricey, and basically a $20,000 increase from the rear-wheel drive version. And this is what you're going to get with this option. And this option actually has a lot of good, decent spec to it. So it can do up to 340 miles on range. It can do 0 to 60 in just 4.1 seconds, which is actually very impressive for a truck. It can do a top speed of 112 miles per hour, which is actually not bad at all. It has up to 600 horsepower, and it can tow up to 11,000 pounds with the max capacity that it can tow. Now this is going to be the mid-range option and probably the most popular option from Tesla. But if you're wanting to have more performance than anything else and still kind of keep that tough version of the main Cybertruck, you can go for the Cyber Beast, which is going to be the sportier version of the Cybertruck. Now this is going to cost you about $100,000, which is basically $40,000 more than the base model that you're going to get in 2025. Now, the all-wheel drive and the Cyber Beast is also going to come out in 2024, but it's only the other option that's coming later on in 2025. But here's what the Cyber Beast includes. So it does have a bit of a decrease with the range. It only has 20 miles difference between the all-wheel drive, so it does have only 320 miles of range. It can do 0 to 60 in an impressive time of 2.6 seconds, which is insanely quick. Now it does have an increased top speed of over 130 miles per hour. It does have a horsepower of 845, and it can tow up to the same amount of weight, which is 11,000 pounds. Now, these are very impressive specs. These are basically what is said on paper, but here are my thoughts of this car and what I've heard from a lot of creators that have had the chance to review these cars. Now, one of them is being that for UK citizens, this car might not be able to come to them because of, well, the crumple effect, the crumple zone for the cars. Now, for most of that don't know, the Cybertruck is made of like a different material. It's very hard. It's not going to crumple easily. In fact, Tesla still said that this car is basically bulletproof, which is also why a lot of people are saying this is going to be probably a popular car for the mafia. But I mean, what can you do? Tesla is trying to do something different. But also in the UK, there is a law that the car, or any car at the front of a car, has to have a certain material that allows it to crumple a lot easier, so it doesn't damage anyone else or damage any person that might be walking on the road and don't stop in time. This is just for safety reason. And of course, Tesla, it's basically just a whole steel box, which means it's not going to crumple as easy as people want it to do. Now, with that aside, there is a lot of nice tech to this car. It does have a nice big light bar, which obviously is mostly for show, but you do have proper headlights a bit underneath that light bar, which will give you a nice vision at night. And it does not have a lot of things that a normal car has, like there's no door handles, which means you have to do a smart way, which is basically pushing a button on top or close to the main pillar of the car. Now, there's no proper way to really look behind you, because if you look at the rearview mirror, it's going to be hard to really see, because if you have that cover on, it's it's gonna be hard to see what's behind you, but I guess that's why they have cameras for that right now. But that's all I can really say. I think this car is alright, but I still think it's very interesting how Tesla's going to be doing this vehicle. And the fact that they didn't go with some things to just ensure it more of a safety vehicle on the road can be a bit concerning. But otherwise, let me know in the comments below. What do you think of the CyberTruck? And yeah, hope you guys have a great day. See you guys next video and be safe. Bye.